Hey family, I'm Yogi Farron and welcome back. We're on day 28 of your 30-day yoga journey. Thank you for continuing to invite me into your home. It's been an honor to share this space and time with you. And today's flow is dedicated to elevation. We're talking elevation of the mind, body, and spirit to our highest and best form. So, you'll need a block and or blanket for today's class, so take this moment to go and grab it, press pause. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, letting me know just how your flow is going at home. Once you've found your props, join me in a comfortable seat right in the center of your mat so we can get into today's flow. Once you've found your comfortable seat, close your eyes and place your hands on top of your knees. Take a deep inhale, bring your shoulders up by your ears. You exhale and allow them to melt down towards your mat. Bring both of your hands right in the center of your chest and let's set your intention for today's flow. Take a few rounds of breath as you set your why, your reason for flowing on the mat today. Is it mindfulness? Stillness, awareness? What's your reason for flowing today? Or what would you like to enhance more in your life? Take one more round of breath here. And on your exhale, you slowly bat your eyes open. Welcome back. And you release your hands back to your knees. On an inhale, you slightly poke your butt up on the mat and send your gaze up to the sky for seated cow pose. You exhale to release, sending your gaze to your belly button as you round your back for seated cat pose. You take a deep inhale as you allow a slight arch in that lower back, sending your gaze and crown up to the sky. Exhale, reverse the motion, slowly sending your gaze to your belly button as you round your back. One more deep inhale. You poke your butt up on the mat, send your gaze up to the sky, big smile. Exhale, release as you send your gaze to your belly button for seated cat pose. Find your neutral position. Take a deep inhale, bring your shoulders up by your ears. You exhale and release them down towards your mat. Your next round of breath, bring that left hand over to your right knee. Right hand goes directly behind you and your gaze follows. Take a moment to feel what feels best for you. So if that means placing your hand directly behind your butt or bringing it closer to that right knee, lean into what feels best. Exhale and return back to center. Bring your right hand over to your left knee. Left hand goes directly behind you and your gaze follows. On an inhale, you feel that tiny string pulling your crown up to the sky. And you exhale and return back to center. Bring that left hand to the right knee. Right arm goes behind you in your comfortable position. You inhale and sit up tall, spreading those fingertips wide on that back right arm. Exhale and return back to center. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Left hand goes directly behind you and your gaze follows. You spread those left fingers wide on your mat. You inhale and sit a little taller. Exhale and return back to center. Bring both of your hands over to the right side of your body. Slowly uncross your legs if they're crossed. And make your way to tabletop position. Placing those hands underneath your shoulders and your knees parallel with your hands. You bring your toes together, knees separate as wide as your mat, and slowly guide your bum back to meet your feet. Use those hands to help guide your forehead to your mat, and take a few rounds of breath in our loving extended child's pose. Deep inhales in through your nose, And with each exhale, you feel your torso inching closer to your mat. If you like, feel free to allow those elbows to come down to the mat if it's more comfortable, as you take a few rounds of breath in this extended child's pose position. On your next round of breath, slowly use your hands to help guide that forehead up off of the mat, and place one hand behind each other as you make your way back to your body. Bring both your hands over to the left side, left side of your body, and swing both of your legs out in front of you. If you need to, scooch your bum down a little bit on the mat, flex your toes up to your face, and now grab that blanket that you have and place it underneath of your butt for a little bit of elevation. Once your blanket is in place, flex your toes and place those hands directly by your sides. They have a cushion today. Hands should be right by your hips. And on an inhale, we feel that tiny string gently tugging our crown up to the sky. We exhale and root down in both of our buttocks. Take a deep inhale as you flex those toes up to your face. Send your gaze directly forward. Exhale as you feel your legs become more one with your mat. One more deep inhale. Perhaps you use those hands to help guide your crown up to the sky. Exhale and release back into your mat. Next, you're going to bend both of your legs, bringing both of your feet together for our butterfly position. Place your hands on your inner ankles and take a moment to adjust your feet in a comfortable position. So that might mean your feet are further or closer to your body. Lean into what feels best for you. Take a few rounds of breath as you're feeling out where your feet should be. Sending your crown up to the sky, rooting down in your buttocks into your mat. Exhale and release as you gently guide those knees down to your mat. You may grab both of your toes or allow your hands to rest on your ankles. Lean into what feels best for you. On your next round of breath, you're going to send your crown up to the sky as you gently lean forward. Be careful not to compromise that lower back. You want to keep your back as straight as possible. That's comfortable. Your gaze is still forward. And with each exhale, you gently guide those knees down to the ground. Should feel a light stretch on your inner thighs here. If you're comfortable here, perhaps you extend both of your hands out in front of your body. Be sure not to compromise that back. So if you feel your back beginning to round like this, take a moment to release it back up to a straight back, flat back. Exhale as you root down in both of your buttocks and send those knees down to your mat. One more deep inhale here. Inhale here. Exhale as those knees make their way closer to the ground. Use those hands to help guide your body back up to your feet. Take a round of breath as you sit a little taller. Your next exhale, grab both of your knees and gently guide your legs back together. Extend them directly in front of you, making our way back to staff pose. Flex those feet up to your crown and place your hands right outside of your hips, spreading those fingertips wide. On your next inhale, you send your crown up to the sky. Those elbows go to the back of the room, and those toes point towards your face. You exhale, and you feel your body sinking closer into your mat. but not compromising your flat back. One more deep inhale. Perhaps you use your hands to help guide your crown up to the sky with a slight press into your mat. Just slight, nothing too crazy. You exhale and release back into your mat. One more deep inhale here. You sit as tall as you can. Gaze is forward and toes are to your face. Exhale and become more one with your mat. Take this moment to gently remove your blanket from underneath of you. And next, gently guide your back down to your mat. Using those elbows. And next, extend both of your feet directly in front of you. Take a round of breath here. Deep inhale. Completely filling your body with breath. And you exhale and melt further into your mat. On your next inhale, you bend your right knee up to your chest and use both of your hands to help cradle it. You flex that extended left leg. Send your gaze up to the sky. Press both of your shoulders into your mat. On your next round of breath, you begin making those tiny circles with your knee or large circles with your knee, depending on which feels best for you. You should feel a slight massage on that lower back, slight massage on those inner thighs. Take three full rotations with your right knee, making those O's in the sky. And on your next exhale, extend that right leg out to meet your left. Your next round of breath, bend that left knee, cradle it with both of your hands, and next gently guide that left knee, making circles in the sky. We're moving in the clockwise direction right now, moving with our breath. And once you made 3 full rotations, find a place of stillness. And next, extend that left knee back to meet your right. On your next round of breath, both of your knees come up to your chest and you give them a big hug. Your gaze is to the sky, neck is fully extended, and both of your shoulders still should be pressed into your mat. Take a round of breath here. Really feeling our back, our lower back and mat meet. Perhaps you take a gentle sway from left to right, leaning into what feels good in our bodies right now. That may mean that you're moving a bit slower or faster than I am. Your mat and your practice. Take one more round of breath here, evening out the sides, making sure that if you've gone to your left side 3 times, you go to your right side 3 times. Find a place of stillness. Release both of your knees. Release your hands to the mat. And next, extend both of your legs out in front of you. If you have your blanket, take this moment to place it underneath of your butt again. Should be where your butt and lower back meet. And on your next round of breath, you're going to extend both of your heels up to the sky, allowing them to fully flex towards your face. Your neck should be fully extended. If you have a wall at home, feel free to do this on a wall as well. First, scoot your bum as close to your wall. Then gently extend those legs up your wall. Take a few rounds of breath here, keeping those toes flexed towards your face, allowing a full extension of your legs, and being sure that your shoulders and back are still flush with your mat. One more round of breath here for legs up the wall. And on your next exhale, you gently bring them back down to your mat. Both legs. And remove that blanket from underneath of your bum. On your next round of breath, you're gonna cross that right leg over your left leg, and your feet should be close to your knee. On your next round of breath, gently guide that left foot off of your mat and flex your left foot. Thread that right arm in between that right leg, and it meets your left hand, with both hands clasping behind your left thigh. With each round of breath, you send oxygen to that lower back, those inner thighs, and your gaze goes up to the sky. Your right knee extends to the right side of your mat, and that right foot is flexed as well, located directly under that left knee. Take a moment to check out your form. How does it feel? Should feel good. Should always feel good. And on your next exhale, gently release your hand, guide that left leg down to the ground, and your right foot meets your left. Your next round of breath, cross that left foot over your right leg. Left foot should be located directly under that right knee. And next, gently guide that right foot off of the mat, keeping that right foot flexed. And thread through your left leg. Right arm meets your left hand on the back of your right thigh. Take a round of breath here, sending oxygen to that lower back, those inner thighs. Gaze is up to the sky. Left knee is pointing to the left side of your mat, and both of your toes are flexed. Your left foot should be flexed directly underneath of that right knee, and right foot should be flexed towards the sky. One more round of breath here. Really extending that left knee out to the left side of your mat. And on your next exhale, gently place that right leg back on your mat. Remove your left foot from your right so it can meet your right foot. And extend both legs out directly in front of you. Your heels come together, toes flap open, and palms face the sky. Take a deep inhale, completely filling your entire body with breath here. You exhale and melt closer and more one with your mat. Take a few rounds of breath here, quieting all the noise outside of this space, being present and following your breath. If your mind is wandering outside of this space during this time, here's your gentle reminder to return back to the present. Return back to today's flow on elevation. 28 days in to your yoga journey. 28 days of self-care, of me time practice. Developing new habits this year or extending old ones. With each round of breath, you feel oxygen go from your head to your shoulders, through your arms, all the way to those fingertips, down your torso, through your legs, all the way to your feet. With each exhale, you feel your body melting and becoming more one with your mat, finding yourself more still, less movement. It's only your breath. On your next round of breath, you gently wiggle those toes. You wiggle your fingertips. bringing awareness back to those parts of your body. You slowly bat your eyes open and give yourself a big smile. Bring your left arm over to the right side of your body and curl up like a ball in your fetal position. Following your breath here. And when you're ready, you gently use both of those hands to help guide your body up to your comfortable seat right in the center of your mat. With your legs crossed or on your knees with a prop, whichever feels best for you. Once you've made it to your comfortable seat, close your eyes and place your hands on top of your knees. With an inhale, you send your crown up to the sky. With an exhale, you root down in your butt into your mat. Bring both of your hands right in the center of your chest, and I would like to bring your attention back to your intention for today's flow, your why for today's practice. I encourage you to use this energy and apply it to the rest of your day, your week, or your year, whichever serves you the best. Your next round of breath, we bring those thumbs up right on our third eye and give it a gentle massage. It's been a pleasure practicing with you today. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Namaste. See you tomorrow, family. We're on day 29.